6:01 on Button Public Works Commissioners Meeting, April 8th. In attendance, Dave Cook, Kevin Cleary, Ken Layler, Joe Iannone. Anyone would like to speak in a public forum? Nope.
Did you raise your hand?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, well,
Just
he's on.
Oh, he's on the, yeah, you're on the meeting minutes.
Oh.
Anyway, so.
You're in the agenda.
Yeah.
So we had the meeting minutes from March 11th.
Just have a question on the meeting minutes. So maybe you could clarify that to me, Melissa. Just on the page 2, just above superintendent's operational updates, it says motion by Joe Iannone, so on and so forth. Prior to July 1st with the prorated amount, but does not need to be billed for them. I guess.
So I listened to the minutes, and it's very hard to hear on that, just so you know, it's like very low, even all the way up. But that was for that 8 Fox Hill run.
Yes, yeah.
So it would just be prorated at like however many months are left.
Is that how we did that? Is we prorated for just from whenever they get the barrel until July 1st, and then July 1st they
July
get charged
1st
the
you
regular
get charged
first
for 2.
price? Oh, okay.
That was the resident with the hardship. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay, all right. I wasn't sure because the way it was worded, it was kind of iffy. So other than that, I have no problems with it. I make a motion that we accept the minutes of the last month's meeting as written.
Seconded.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right.
You're on, Mike.
You're up, Mike.
Yes, I just had a question. Mike Gibbons, 91 Harvey Lane. I used to work for the DPW after for 17 years. Not the first time it's happened, but the town truck plowing took down my mailbox. And I'm wondering why that the town can't reimburse me, even though they have insurance for the town. I'm only talking a post and rail pressure treated, it's probably $30.
What was your address again? Sorry.
91 Harvey Lane.
91 Harvey.
I sent Bruce pictures the day after it happened.
I should look it up.
I mean, I buy it, I can give you the receipt, and I put it in. Like I said, it's not the first time it's happened. If I could move it back further, I would, but I don't think the post office will allow me to. I mean, I just don't understand why I should have to pay for it. I'm on a fixed income now, so.
What is the current procedures for mailboxes that have been hit in the past?
Right. I'm gonna defer. I don't know, to be honest.
I don't know
I've heard
either.
So-
but
Plow damage in general, if there's a claim, a snowplow claim, damage claim, like we've had some for fences this year, and they can fill out a claim form, and that can go up to the town hall. But in general, with mailboxes, we don't replace mailboxes because 90% of the time, the mailbox is damaged from the force of the snow, not physically the steel plow hitting the mailbox. So
No, this took it out of the bottom of the mailbox, and it hit prior to the telephone pole. I get a picture of the mark where it hit. I mean, like I said, I'm not looking for,
it's just
Taj Mahal. I mean, I didn't do it. I shouldn't have to pay for it.
It's just we don't have a mechanism. I can't just
Right.
write Mike Gibbons a check.
I understand.
We don't have the mechanism to do that.
Yeah.
And also, again, unless we know for sure the plow hit it, and none of my guys are saying, "Oh, I hit that mailbox with the plow." Now we had 35 inches of snow.
I get that. I
So-
understand that. I used to
So
plow.
the snow
Yeah.
roll off the edge of the plow, and if the mailboxes are within the layout of the road, which 90% of them are,
Yeah.
unfortunately, sometimes most of the time, post office will tell people that's where they have to be.
Yeah.
Even though, in my opinion, they're telling people to put the mailbox on what is really town property. Because that's still part of town property, that first few feet in from the edge of the road.
right.
It's just, we have a fence that we're probably gonna deny a claim on because the fence is at the very edge of the back of the sidewalk. And it wasn't the plow that hit it, was the actual snow coming off the plow.
Right.
We told the guys, where do you think the snow's gonna go?
So, Mike, in all fairness here, and we're going to take the motion out of this. It's not about a motion, right? Is that we have a precedent Right, it's not just you, right? It's a next half a dozen that people that work on it. Do you think that when you say there's a mark on the mailbox,
No, there's a mark on the telephone prior to hitting the mailbox.
into the mailbox, so you,
So this is yours. I just pulled it up on Google. Yours is kind of right next to the telephone pole,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
but it was probably.
going towards your driveway.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it was
cul-de-sacs
probably a
down this
foot, maybe a little more than a foot on that telephone. But you can clearly see where the plow hit the friggin' telephone pole.
Yeah.
I get pictures on my phone, I sent them to Bruce. But like I said, I don't understand what has changed, that they can't, how did they do it in the past when I gave you the receipt? Did they take it out of petty cash?
I don't recall buying you a mailbox in the past. I don't know if it was previous superintendent or.
No, it was you guys, so it was probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Can Mike file a claim then to put it in so it goes up to town hall and hey, if he puts receipts with it or whatever, or pictures or whatever the case?
Yeah, and then you can do that, and then it goes through Meyer at the town
Yeah.
insurance.
But
I mean,
but Mike, did we paid to replace it a few years ago? We.
Right, I went and got the mailbox at Home Depot.
Yep.
Not the mailbox, but the post, the
Yep.
Fresh Street Post.
Yep.
Gave Bruce the receipt,
Right.
and it was paid for.
then you put it back in the same spot, though.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't wanna have an issue with the post office. I mean,
So-
can I
Right.
move it back more and not have a problem with the post office?
That's between you and the post office.
Yeah.
You know, I went and researched this for many times today and just looked at what other towns, how other towns do it. And most towns don't pay for mailboxes. Most towns, some towns they pay for it once, and
Yeah,
then
it's,
basically they're saying, the mailbox is in harm's way. If they get hit once, you're gonna get hit again.
If we hit
And-
it, if there's a mark there or something, that might be different.
Yeah, I mean, we're,
So who has-
we're liable for damage.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who has
I'm
the
not
claim form? The town hall or you do for
We have a claim form.
Here's a claim form.
So, I mean, if Mike takes the claim form, fills it out, gives it to you, or brings it to the town hall. And let the town hall insurance decide what to do.
Well,
That's not the
typically what
point.
happens with the town hall, with the Amaya, they'll get the claim,
Right,
review it, and then they'll ask me,
yeah.
you know. And I would just say that, again, it's nothing personal,
Right.
it's just what we tell everybody. If the mailbox is this far from the edge of the road, and we get, we had 90 inches of snow this year,
Yeah.
that was a 35-inch storm. There's not a lot of places for the snow to go.
No, true.
That the mailbox is going to be in harm's way unless we go down the road like this, avoiding everybody's mailbox. And,
No,
if the telephone pole has scar tissue on it from the plow blade, that is very common, especially on roads that don't have curbing. And there's no
Yeah.
curbing on highway
Yeah.
lane for the plow to like get up against and just
Right.
ride along.
Right.
It's basically, and Mike's plowed, so he knows. You feel grass,
Yeah,
then you're off the edge of the road, or
Yeah.
and then the telephone pole directly across from my house has scar tissue in it like this deep from the plows when they go by. They clip it. They get it.
Mike, do you think can you see damage on your mailbox?
Not on the mailbox itself, but they took it right out of the post. I sent Bruce pictures, I got pictures.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like I said,
No,
it
we,
doesn't make any sense to me. The
Yeah.
town has insurance. I've been in this town for 20 years. I pay taxes, I pay water and sewer, I pay trash, I pay everything. I don't understand how they can't cover a $30 mailbox.
yeah, I
Doesn't
think-
make any sense to me.
And I don't think, Mike, again, I don't think it's a monetary part, it's the precedent, right? Because if they hit a mailbox and they go, there's other places in this town that they have mailboxes that were $200-300, right? That, it could get costly.
Oh, I get that, but mine's not $200.
Yeah.
Mine's good.
and to Joe's point, I guess it's not the value; it's the
Precedent.
I don't
Place of the pressure treated wood, yeah.
of how do we pay you? We don't have the ability. I'm going to go on what I'm being told.
Yeah.
Obviously we sign off on warrants and they get looked by all different people of, when they're paying the bill and they got to be attached to some type of
Petty cash.
purchase order or I don't think we have petty cash. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I that process, I don't know how it happened a few years ago. I don't remember it. I've been in a long time, but not everything comes to the board either.
You got an awful lot of new guys that plow this year. Nobody would admit that they hit my mailbox. Probably not.
Yeah, right. Probably not.
So Bruce, once
I guess they may not have known it either. I mean,
Yeah.
a mailbox versus a plow with 30 inches of snow. I'm not.
Snow, I
Yeah,
understand.
It's unusual.
Would they know it? Yeah, you're right.
I say maybe you fill out the form.
Yeah.
Bruce, maybe just take a second glance at this thing. If there seems to be a chunk out of the pole, and I know it happens, but has there been any other claims in the town?
It almost doesn't matter. Like,
That's another-
I'm sure there's lots of them.
But we've had quite a few claims this winter
Yeah.
because of the heavy snow, and
Okay.
I think like we have two fence claims. One of them we're gonna pay, and that was because it wasn't from a plow, it wasn't from the force of the snow. It was actually a sidewalk plow. Literally got hung up in the person's chain link fence, slid sideways, got hung up in a 4-foot chain link fence, and angled the fence. So we paid for the chain link to be.
Was there any other mailboxes in town during this winter?
If anybody,
Nobody's.
if anybody's calling about mailboxes, I think we told them the same thing. We don't pay mailboxes.
Okay.
My neighbor in front of me, the next one in front of me, he got it as well.
Well, that was one of my questions because his looks pretty close to yours.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, put
similar.
it back up. I took mine out of the post. I got a picture of it. I sent Bruce pictures of it.
it seems we should just have a standard answer for all, and if people should be allowed to submit a complaint.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's
And then let the town, if they want to come back to
some-
Bruce or us,
submit a claim.
questions.
Yeah, I'd say submit
I mean,
the
we
claim,
shouldn't
like-
stop somebody from submitting a claim. And sure,
Yeah.
we appreciate your service, by the way, for the town. But yeah, they would say the answer is the same thing for anybody, whether whatever citizen. But we shouldn't stop you. Like
No,
we just can't pay them from here. Like there's nobody, as far as I know, we don't have petty cash either. Like there's no mechanism.
Get a claim form from Bruce.
What's that?
Submit.
Collector,
Get a
yeah.
claim form from Bruce.
Yeah.
Fill it out and put the pictures with it, and make note that the pole has a nick in it. And if you can get a picture of the
I already have a picture of the pole.
okay,
Yeah,
the
it
pole
was-
with the nick,
it was-
they just show them and say, "Hey,
struck
We
and-
shouldn't get involved in the
And see what
investigation.
happens.
I think
Right. No,
just like
exactly. Yeah.
whatever the town does.
And-
So where do I drop that form off to the town hall? What office?
You can fill it out and drop it off here, and then we submit it to the town hall. We send it up to
what office does it go to?
the administrators, the assistant town administrator.
Okay.
She handles all
Oh, town administrator.
insurance claims.
Do I have a form or do I have to come back and get one?
No, we can get you one now.
Okay.
All I'm asking.
Okay.
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 Yeah. Hey,
There.
go through the procedures, see what happens, and go from there.
Are they waiting on this counter?
I have no idea what Lonnie keeps them.
Show where Lonnie keeps the town
They want
papers.
a different story.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
All right.
you, Mike.
Thank you.
Mike, thank you. Sorry we couldn't give you a more definitive answer.
As long as I get a form, I can submit it. That's all I care
Yeah.
about.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I hear you.
1207 Auburn Street, Water Road opening. Assuming that's you,
Yeah, well.
or both, I guess.
Both,
Yeah.
both, but so 1207 was
Thanks,
the old
Bruce.
Auburn construction building, so he bought the property and he built a new building in the back while the fire department was hiring him to put in a fire line. So now in order to do that, they have to go out on Auburn Street and tap the main.
Oh, the nice new
And
rec.
that's
Just
what, that's the whole, it's a nice new.
Yeah.
So the water main, the new water main that they just installed on Auburn Street is now in the center of the travel lane going towards, like we want towards Brockton.
Okay.
Before, if it was the old one, it would be right on the edge of the road.
Yeah.
But now it's like 5 feet out into the road.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
So,
I personally, I think obviously we have to allow. I don't want to have to allow it, but we should allow it because the guy can't. He's investing in a town with a new building, and he's being required to have a fire service. So,
Right.
I think we want to. Unfortunately, he's going to have to bear the burden of a curb to curb patch, like we kind of did on Washington Street there years ago.
yeah, with Steve Egan's Road's Way, I think it was.
It whatever I don't remember, but it was a house or
That's
what it
right.
was that.
Yes.
Yeah, the trench only goes to the middle, but we
Right.
want curb to curb, and we want it done with a machine and not a full foot curb to curb. Something,
Right.
you get a brand new road, so let's I'll leave it to you guys to kind of figure it out, but I think that's kind of what we said. It definitely should go curb to curb and something that you can put, a machine pave and not just a couple guys out there with rakes.
Yeah, we'll do MassDOT specs for a state highway.
Yeah, I think that's might have what we did.
Standard? Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought it
reference
was
their
a
standard, and
Yeah.
so at least you get something with some.
Is this,
Heat
he's a
paving.
paving contractor. He's a
Yeah,
paving contractor anyway.
it's heat paving.
Yeah.
Oh, it's heap. Okay,
Yeah,
so he can do it himself.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think let's
He knows
just
how to
it's still
Like
a
Bruce was just saying, we'll just make them do by MassDOT standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't want to obviously mess up his entire plan for a new building. So wasn't he supposed to be going over at over near Squeezy? Didn't you tell me that once? I don't know. Maybe I just heard that. And some of those buildings that Squeezy just built. Maybe that was someone else. I
It
don't know.
might be somebody else,
Yeah.
because he bought that 1207.
Yeah, I think let's just make sure you guys get what we want for. And obviously that's going to involve a little bit of pavement markings,
Yeah.
unfortunately. State road that's only 3 years old?
3 years, yeah, exactly.
Okay. I don't think there's anything to vote on. It's okay. Class 1 heavy equipment operator posting.
Yeah, we posted this once before. I'd like to repost it, see if anybody's interested in it.
Okay.
Are we allowed
Just-
to hire?
Well, it'd be an internal lateral
Yeah,
move.
Oh, okay.
Oh, internal, okay. only.
Give someone a possibility.
sorry, no,
Possibility of,
And then post up, oh no. how do you
Possibility of
post
someone
outside? I
making
don't know, yeah.
a little bit more money. By,
Yeah.
yeah.
Internal. And I don't have an objection to either way. I'm just saying, I thought I heard. So,
Yeah.
in-house, we're, yep. All for it.
Okay, go nuts. G. Reardon step raise.
Yeah, so Jerry, we had tabled this once before, and I had spoke with him about a few things, and he's working out really well now. So
Okay.
I'd like to
Okay.
Give him his raise.
offer him his stuff raise.
So what is this? Is this for
He'll
1 year anniversary?
It'd
He's
be
He's
his,
going to a C.
it'd be his third year anniversary.
3rd year. Okay.
30.
30 year anniversary, okay.
Okay. I'll entertain a
You
motion.
didn't vote for that.
Yeah, make
Yeah,
a
that
motion.
we need to vote for.
Yep.
Make a motion that we give Jerry Reardon his step raise.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Abatements, commitments. Looks like they're all commitments. No.
Full vote.
What is that?
Bugs there? Oh,
His in bold letters, but then over here.
abate only, additional oh,
I pointed it out earlier, so.
oh, hey,
Sorry.
I'm just
Thank
here.
you.
I'm getting a little too nitpicky, I guess.
commitment abatements, hey,
I'm out here.
No commitments.
All right.
we're all being committed.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Easy. I was going to start with the easy ones. So this is
Such a thing?
So just a different abatement is an adjustment.
Abatement
No.
is money's coming in. I mean,
No.
abatements is money.
money going back to the person. Commitment is
Yeah.
money coming to us.
Right, new money.
Got it.
So this is additional trash commitment. 42 Rock Street.
So those commitments,
6163 Temple Street, 159 Auburn Street, and 157 Auburn Street. Says an additional commitment of 1,740, but then an abatement of 1,305.
So that's
So briefly-
$35.
if I may.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have to bill for the year, the full year. These are all new customers. We bill for the year, and then we have to abate them the X. So we abate them the 326.25. So all these are under the same heading. 4 months at $108 for $108.75. No, 3 months. I'm sorry, 3 months at $108.75. So it's 4 units times $108.75. So that's how you come up with the $13.05.
Okay. Can I ask a question? Why have we had so many of these this year? With new people coming in and
So,
having to do a
I
add
know
and a
the
minus and a minus and an add.
153 and the 157, they're new. It's like new build. And the same
Okay.
with the 6163.
Okay.
And
Alright.
then 42 Rock Street was the previous owner wasn't on trash, and they sold their house. So the new person who came on is now coming on to the
Okay.
trash.
That's perfect.
Right.
That's
I had an answer for
very good.
There you go.
No, that makes. I mean, it just seems like we've had a lot of these, but that all makes sense. You got brand new houses.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll do them individually, just so. All right, so it's a commitment of 1,740, but then an abatement for 1,305 because of the delta. So I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to accept the abatements and the commitments.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, then we have 11 Erin Street. These look like all commitments. So 11 Erin Street, $870. 37 Broad Street, $435. 324 South Ave, $870. 555 Temple, $435 for a total of $2,610 additional commitment. So this is money coming in.
11 Eric Street was a new customer last summer, but somehow failed. So, and then the remaining Broad Street, South Ave, and Temple Street were 2 families that were, for some reason, only getting billed as 1 unit. So,
Okay.
Let me just check this. I mean, how does this get checked? How do you find these things out?
they should, in my opinion, it should be just by the original tax that's sent out. Every house should respond to that. Each house got passed out right from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And as they come off,
Subsequent abate.
that should be deleted off that master list.
Right.
But sometimes there's,
They have the same slash abatement.
Well, things happen. We know that happens, but how did you find it out? Well, I'm more curious about that.
so usually it's go out and look at. Lonnie will, for some reason, look at something and see it's a 2-family, and she may see that they do have 2 sets of carts, but they're only getting billed for 1. So she'll say, "Can you drive by such and such a house and see if they have 2 sets or 1?" And that's what we do.
So we should make a note of, for her doing an exceptional job, because, I mean, if she didn't catch these, we'd be losing some money, right? Yeah. So, I mean, as far as the board goes, we should note it. We should note that. I mean, I don't know how it was missed. I guess at the same time, things are missed. So, you kind of taper things. So we understand that. We want to mitigate the issues and, highlight the other part. So, but that was a good catch. That was a good catch.
Hey, Melissa,
Right.
can I, whoops.
I think it's
So let's
Okay, I'll ask you after this.
So we have
A motion?
Yeah, I need a motion for the 2610 commitments.
Okay.
$2,610 in commitments.
Make a motion that we accept the commitment as read.
Yeah, Dave.
seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
What's your question, Mr. Layler?
I was going to ask, on this form, she has written at the top, it says commitment and abatement, but underneath it says additional trash commitment. Why did she put / abatement too? I know, yeah, you don't do, never mind.
Probably use the same.
All right, the last one
Yeah.
is an abatement. Well, I guess it's 2. It's 87 Harvard for 435 and 48 Ash Street for 435. So these are just straight abatements. So the total is $870 in abatements. I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the additional trash abatement, 870.
I'll do a second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So to your point, you can make another template with abatement.
I know, yeah.
So that page is the town hall.
Yeah, I was wondering about
That's
that.
probably why
It's
she,
new from the.
so she uses what there is. That's all.
Well, we had a different form, I guess, but now they want us to use that, so that's,
Oh,
I don't
we gotta
know.
vote on the big commitment.
Is it a word?
I got that one.
Yell at the town hall and say, straighten it
All
out.
right, one last commitment. Our water bill.
Crazy. Thank you.
So this is the water and sewer commitment for last period. Water amount of $1,332,088.29. Sewer in the amount of $1,159,700.24 for a total of $2,491,788.53.
So this is not your typical
So that's what they want to collect.
What's the story on this?
2 million?
This is our
The
bill.
water and sewer bill.
That's what we're gonna be billing
That this is
the residents.
that bill's going out.
Okay.
Oh, that's all residents, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is the normal large.
Oh, all right.
so every water bill period, water and sewer bill period with.
And this is
Gotcha.
averaging that amount, right? It seems like it's right about the same. Okay.
Yeah, it usually doesn't fluctuate. I mean,
Not much, I mean, it does a little bit, but not much.
seasonal, I guess, is probably. So if I could entertain a motion for the water.
Make a motion on that
Seconded.
for the water committee.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alright. Abatements, commitments done. Line item transfers.
Line item transfers 9 and 10 are one and the same, actually, so, this year, we, deficit spend the snow and ice budget. 242,000, might be a little bit more than that. And so the town administrators, you all know we're in extreme budget crisis, and that deficit would normally get added to the tax roll, but they're trying to do the best they can to do it, eliminate anything added to that. So we're seeking to do a line item transfer from our solid waste line to pay $200,000 of the snow and ice deficit, just to, ease some of the burden of that 240 and change. So we ran the numbers, averaging out the numbers, what we have left in our solid waste line to get us through to June 30th, and how much that's projected to cost, because it's not a set cost, but it's still leaving ourselves a bit of a buffer. We can afford to give $200,000 so they can use that for the snow and ice, towards the snow and ice deficit. So, Mary Beth, town administrator, is requesting that I present that to the board, and,
So what happens in June?
well, June 30th is the end of the
Starts a
fiscal
new
year,
year.
June,
Yeah.
July 1st, so any
So it sounds good.
rolled over, any monies left over in that solid waste line would go back to the general fund anyway. So
Right.
we,
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
it's,
that's a good idea. Then. Yeah.
Just moving it,
Transfer, okay, makes sense.
instead of doing a special town meeting article at the
Right,
next,
Right.
Yeah,
assuming there'll be an article at the special town meeting this year, right?
there you go.
Or is it just in the regular town?
The
meeting?
regular.
regular town.
It's in the regular?
Yeah, she said it, and I was, put it this way, the whole time I've been here, anytime we deficit spent the snow and ice budget, which is almost every year, I've never been involved in how they paid. It's always
No,
it's always gone through the town hall, this is how much we deficit spend, we send a letter to FinCom and select board, they say, okay.
Yep.
And I always assumed it came from free cash from that fiscal year.
Maybe it did.
Apparently I was wrong.
Well,
well, maybe it did though.
in the past,
Yeah, they
yeah.
may have, yeah.
I just don't understand how you.
This is different.
I thought you already I don't know that.
Right.
The special was always for like stuff that's already happened. The town is for going forward, but whatever.
So she can get it on the agenda, right?
I'll leave it to her to
Yeah. I guess.
understanding the rules.
Looks like we're doing that later.
So, I don't know if the board wants to entertain a vote to, do a line transfer from solid waste to deficit of $200,000 to go towards the snow and ice deficit, and then if there's any kind of formal paperwork request that we have to sign, I'll have it available here.
Yeah, no, I think we should. I mean, because it's going to be a warrant article or something, and obviously we want it to say, approved by
Right.
DPW commissioners, and we support it. So,
we're just agreeing with the recommendation.
right.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
It's hard times right now.
I motion we agree and proceed with the recommended procedure for handling transfer.
Second.
Yep.
All right, motion second. Is there any further discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
So yeah, if they want a quick letter, throw it together and I can sign it and send it up if she wants something formal.
Meeting minute.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, Melissa will just type up a quick, the meeting, yada, yada, yada. We voted
We
to,
agreed to,
we voted for,
You can use the word unanimous.
yada,
Yeah, throw
yada.
that. Yeah,
That was
that's
my,
It's always unanimous.
except Mark's not here.
The vote is always unanimous.
good for present members.
Yeah.
Because even 3-2 is unanimous.
That's true.
That's the majority.
Oh,
Not the unanimous. Okay, we're doing good.
Yes.
wow.
What's this
Yeah, so slow us down.
Review articles for May town meeting. So I asked both superintendents to kind of bring what they're putting up. Obviously, it's going to be a very contentious town meeting, as
Yeah, but
it already has been. Well, not that we have town meeting, but I don't think I will be there.
On purpose?
No, not on purpose.
Accidentally?
And I'll say it's it's my 30th anniversary that day,
No kidding.
and I'll
Congratulations.
I have attended
Don't you want to go to a town?
I have attended a town meeting on my actual anniversary before,
But you're 30.
but the 30th is a little different. I'm hoping I'm not even in this state, but so I don't think I will be there. But I just wanted to review it, and obviously the town is in a very tight financial state. We have some articles up there for capital purchases and programs and things of that nature. I think that we as a board and a department, just like everybody else, will need to defend. And I'm just asking people that, can't say, you don't want to get up and speak. You don't have to, but I think we just have to be ready to, defend what we think.
So
We should get.
The less we can defend, the better. Is that the motto here? The less we have to defend, the better it is for everybody.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
right. But we're not just going to say, "Oh, we're not going to do that." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much as nobody wants to pit one against the other. I mean, that's what a budget is. Unfortunately,
No.
it's okay. What can we do, or what what do we have to do, and all that. So I just asked Bruce and Dave to kind of go through their list and.
What's the date? Excuse me, because I can't.
May
find
4th.
it. May 4th.
You with you?
May 4th. You with?
First Monday.
We got married well before
I'm
that
still
was a
active
thing.
then.
You're still active then,
Apparently,
yeah.
I'm still active.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I was wondering if
I don't
The
think
election's
they set
the
time for
17th.
the town meeting, yeah.
16th.
they moved it up to like 6:30. I think they moved it up a little bit to 6:30.
Did they?
Yeah.
People that eat.
So.
So I have 2 articles. There was 3. So I put up the annual article, $100,000 for road work and $50,000 for sidewalk work. That has since been knocked down as part of the budget process right now to one article for $50,000. And so I will be changing the wording of that to read for sidewalks and streets. So it gives me the option of using.
Sidewalks and what?
And streets.
Streets. Okay.
Anything related to sidewalks and streets. So usually they were 2 separate, so, I was kind of held to on the 50,000 to
Yep.
using that only for sidewalks, and that was a good thing. But, so now it's pared down to 50,000 total, so I asked them to change the wording to read, sidewalks and/or streets. So that will be that one. And the other article is $220,000 to continue on with the TIP project. which they're all in favor of. They're not gonna pull that. They don't wanna mess with it, except for if anybody watched the selectmen's meeting last night, it was suggested by one select board meeting member, if he asked the question, if we could use chapter 90 to pay that 220 this year. And
No.
the board, they weren't sure. I knew I could, but they weren't sure. So I kind of dropped it, and hopefully, if they don't pursue it, I would probably ask that this board just like voice. I don't think it's a good idea. I know they're hurting, but they can come up with the 220 for that article. They're going to do it. They're planning on doing it. They're leaving it in there. They're paring down a bunch of other articles, but because we're committed over $600,000 at this point into this. A couple questions were asked at the select board meeting last night. Good questions, and they were answered well. That and accepted that we're invested in this project, and we don't want to just drop it now. So that article's safe. It's just I hope they don't try to revisit, going back and taking it out of Chapter 90 funds. We got $509,000 in Chapter 90 funds this year, which is substantially more than we usually get, 325. So, and we had some monies left over from other years, so we're really looking forward to getting some side streets done this year. And I had a list made up, I sent it all out. So that obviously we weren't going to be able to do all the streets on the list, based on the estimates they gave to me. So that's where we're at with that. Hopefully we just leave the Chapter 90 money alone and just fund the article like they first intended.
Does potholes come out of what? That money?
No.
To fix potholes, is that something else?
So potholes are just part of my divisional expense line. So, we were talking about this today with my highway foreman, how, my budget's very tight coming to the end of the year this year. So we're starting to look at every dollar we spend, and, I need to buy wood chips for the playground. It's a safety thing. They settle over the course. We didn't do anything last year. It's $3,000. Just beautification of the town every spring, some mulch here and there. That's hundreds of dollars, so it isn't too bad. But all these things add up, and every time I send the guys out potholing, it's it's a grand in asphalt.
Right.
Does it make sense to rent a wood chipper?
We have a wood chipper.
We have wood
Oh, we
chippers.
have one.
Yeah, but
The playground is a special wood
Yeah,
chip.
you don't want.
You can't use regular wood chips
You don't
in the
want to
playground.
use.
right. So
So you need to buy another.
Treated.
Right? You need to buy
But
one.
you gotta buy the treated, it's a treated wood chip.
they're safety certified.
It's safety certified.
Yeah, even
all that,
more than.
yeah.
They have a stamp with the billow laden on them that they're safety certified wood chips for playgrounds. They literally apparently run them through metal detectors to make sure there's nothing
Yeah.
in there that shouldn't be.
Yeah, and it has a treatment so the bugs and that type of stuff. And,
$27.50 a yard.
yeah, they're very expensive.
So $27.50 a yard was the price this year. We buy 100 yards.
Wow.
So close to $3,000.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
oh, sorry, go.
I was just going back to the Chapter 9. If we're asked, or my comment would be, we should keep it for its intended purpose. Although you're saying the funding went up from the state, so has all the other costs. So it's
Right.
probably, square foot wise, is just covering the same amount or close to it. And how far behind on streets and sidewalks are we? At what point? People are already complaining, and we've had claims in the past too. So
it was a harsh winter, so the roads, got banged
Roads
up
are worse.
more.
yeah,
And we're already taking, we're taking $100,000 hit.
right. Out of that,
Normally we have 150 per year, and we've been doing that for at least 6-7 years now, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, we're getting a little bit more from the state, but
Right.
You know,
but if you take,
we took $100,000 away from our internal. So the 200 plus we're getting from the state, we already cut that in half
Yep.
of what our normal. I wouldn't be in favor of using Chapter 90. I have no idea what would happen if we didn't fund the project this year. obviously we'd have to stop working on it. I don't know what that would do with MassDOT. Do we get off the list? I mean, I think the repercussions are, we don't know, but I don't even want to ask.
Right.
You know,
It's not one of those questions you want to ask.
we're, you know, with this monies would get what, about 80% roughly to the funding. We're saying funding's probably going to be like 1.4, 1.5.
Right.
So, well, I'm sorry, about 60%.
Yeah, it'll be,
Probably about, yeah,
8 something.
55, 60% would be up around, 8 to 900,000.
Right.
On a, by the time they bid it, 15 million, 18 million.
Yeah.
Things are going crazy. So, I mean, that's just my, as a department, we took a little bit of hit, giving back the $100,000 that we normally get.
Right.
And I think we should fight to keep the sounds like, I know they'll support keeping the 220. I would say it should also just stay coming out of the general fund and not out of Chapter 90. That's all going to have repercussions. So, okay.
So you got 2, Bruce?
Yep.
Okay.
Dave?
I have 4 articles. I'll start with the lowest one first. One's for $45,000 is to put back a permanent generator at Belcher Drive. We're going to utilize, obviously, the old generator that we had at the old DPW. So a lot of this cost will be just time and material, like the gas company, electric, or whatever, getting it hooked up. But we have the generator, so. And that's paid, and that goes all the way down to like paving an actual driveway to the station and everything. The other one is for $49,900 is to put all new control systems in 5 stations, because the current ones from the multi-trodes from Flight are starting to fail, and it's cheap. This is a easy. It's a nice system, it's easy to learn, it's not, but if they're all starting to fail, we'll be using transducers. Eventually, when it's all done, I'll be able to monitor them from the desktop and all that stuff and everything. So there's like 17 stations, so I'm just gonna try to do like a few every year till we get caught up or whatever, so that.
How many stations? How many stations does 49,900 get us?
You can have 5.
5
stations.
Okay.
Can you monitor mobile too, right? Full app?
Just the alarm system.
Oh, okay. You can't see.
No, it's a process. Once all this system is, because I'm trying to utilize the same company, because if you send it out, like, I don't want to, like,
Yeah.
this is going to be done by Wilson Controls. They're out of Epping, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
If you start putting it out to bid, Weston and Sampson could do it, so now you're gonna have their controllers in 5
yeah,
stations,
that makes sense.
So
I didn't know if they had
and plus they're on the
technology.
state bid list too, so that makes it.
So Wilson they don't have the technology yet for mobile.
They do, I just gotta get them all in there, and then it's.
Then we can go mobile.
Yeah.
Then we can utilize, doing that. So that's what that is, and then I got $225,000 for 2 new permanent generators at the 2 main stations. But I'm gonna utilize the older ones that we have there, so as backup. So that way we'll run on the new one, but the old one will be there, because I've already had incidents for generators not starting. And for one of the main stations to go down, everything has to stop. So to have a redundant or backup generator for another generator would be great.
Yeah.
So instead of getting rid of the old one, I'm gonna utilize it. So if we gotta do maintenance on one, we have the other one, or vice versa, or whatever. So
Okay, there you go.
it just makes more sense,
These things are permanent. They can't
What
be
was the
moved,
value,
right?
Dave? Sorry.
225,000.
These things are fixed. They can't be moved.
Correct.
Right.
It's gonna kind of look like the generator we have out here.
Oh,
The new
yeah,
DPW
that's
facility.
okay.
Because it's gotta be 150 kW, because if that generator doesn't start, there's no plug in another generator on the outside.
That's gotta run
we'd
that
have to-
station.
By the time we got one, have an electrician rewire it,
Yeah.
it'd be way too late.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's why I'd like to do that.
makes sense.
And the big one is for $650,000 to purchase a hydro excavating Vector truck. I had a few demos come through. I had a few people reach out to me at certain types to look into, and I have looked into. Them ones are a little bit more expensive than I have here, but I have the quotes I got are right over. I'm going to be just under my budget. I should be for this. I am prepared because I have reached out to other companies just to kind of get a cost. So as everybody knows, Mass DEP is making us dig up all the service lines that we don't know the material for in the street.
Don't know if they're lit. Yep.
So we have 2,766 services we have to dig. So we can either do a conventional way with an excavator, hopefully we don't rip stuff out of there, or we can purchase this, which make it a lot easier, smaller, correct?
Yeah.
So, just real quick, I was doing some numbers, so I reached out, and the average for the Vector and an operator is like $4.75 an hour. And then you gotta have another laborer, which is like about another $125 an hour. Mm-hmm. So all them services, to dig them up, working 8 hours a day, you'd probably get about 8 to 10 services are done. If I kind of added it up real quick, it could be like a little under $1.3 million if we hired somebody. If we purchase it now, that's $650,000, and if you minus that from the 1.2, that's $590,000 would save. So within a year and a half, the truck's going to pay.
You're going to pay for itself.
Yeah.
That's on top.
And you have a truck on with.
And now we have a
Yeah.
truck, so we've had issues with some of the sewer stations that we've had to call in pump trucks. Well, now we'll have a truck here.
Yeah.
Because that's a $200 emergency call-in right off the bat. Now you're paying $300 an hour for a truck.
Yep.
And this will have, we pay anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000 to have a truck come in and suck out all the grease and debris and all the wet wells.
Yeah.
This truck will save me $30,000 to $50,000 a year also, just in the sewer division. So it'll well pay for itself.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
brakes. I mean, you'll find
Water
even
breaks,
more
'cause
uses for it.
The truck comes with a decanter, and so you can
Even if
actually.
we want to go clean some catch basins,
That's
or plugged up manholes, or you know, I mean, it's.
Catch basins.
So we got,
Yeah.
I don't know, 3 or
It'll
4
be a
of them now.
well versatile truck for the
Yeah,
whole
there you go.
Department of Public Works.
Makes sense.
When, Kevin, when Dave puts his article in, can he put down that these are under budget? The verbiage under budget?
Well, we don't know it's under budget because we haven't bought it.
No, he's proposing these amounts.
Correct.
Which are well under budget.
Some of the quotes I got are with $1 under that amount.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you don't
If
want.
I was a resident, I'm just saying, if I saw under budget, that would be a good thing.
I don't know if that's a true statement because we haven't bought the
No,
truck
I
yet.
want truth.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I don't.
My-
I agree.
It's almost committing
No,
to
if you had the truth, I heard.
We don't know because we haven't bought the truck yet.
Go ahead.
We're not going to buy the truck for like another 6 months.
What?
Or
Well, the other
8
thing
months.
about that is like we go out and we can get quotes on dump trucks, pickup trucks, many vehicles, and if we'll get a quote on a vehicle, we'll go buy it, and generally we end up, paying, could be $1,000 less than what the town meeting article
Right.
was. That's why we always word the article, purchase and equip, because it's always when you get a truck, it's like, oh, well, that needs fender flares in the back, like the one time we just bought, it needs a two-way radio,
I just, before Joe leaves, my other point in doing this, Dave's putting up almost $1 million. And yes, it comes out of water and sewer enterprise. Doesn't come out of your tax. Doesn't come out of the budget. Isn't affected by all these other conversations.
We're not increasing water rates to do it.
But we're putting up $1 million.
Right.
We're spending $1 million. And again, I think we need to be ready to discuss that, and I'm sure you will be. And you may have to explain to every single one of them that it comes out of water and sewer. Well, my water and sewer rates are high. I think we just need to. We haven't raised rates in a while. We've done a lot of projects. We've improved. I think having all that Because you're going into a town meeting that we're gonna be talking about, you know, $1,000 here and $1,000 here, and we're walking in and going, do we have $1 million? But no, we're not. It's a revolving fund,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm just asking.
It can be.
No.
that's
I'm just, I hopefully we can get it for 600,000. You know what I mean? We just don't know exactly what it's going to cost until we order it and buy it. You know, I'm more.
Okay.
These are some substantial purchases.
Yep.
You know, I can guarantee. You know, there's a reason Bruce isn't looking to buy a pickup truck this year because he can't. You know.
It's been a while since I haven't had anything on there except for the road work.
Right.
Right.
I mean, there was always something we were purchasing for the highway side.
Right.
You know, but unfortunately, we just can't do it this year.
It
You know.
can be difficult to explain to residents that don't really follow municipal budgeting how water and sewer enterprises are totally different from the town budget.
Yeah.
And when it comes to their tax rate that's going to be set at the May town meeting, it's 100% funded through your water and sewer rates. Yeah, and the question might come up, well, geez, if you're able to go out and just buy all the stuff that you have in the water and sewer enterprise account, could you lower our rates? Well, it pays for new water mains, it pays for equipment that
and Dave, I think you know it. I know you know it, and I think everyone here knows it. But it takes us, a year and a half to lower or change a water rate about?
Roughly.
You know, because we got to notify the state, then we got to notify the ratepayer, and then we got to put it, you know what I mean? So, we try to, come up with a rate that we feel will work for years, so we're not constantly going up, down, up, down, up, down.
Yep.
And that's where we've set the rate at. I think all the points of we used the money. I don't know if you want to say we used some of it to build a building. What I know you know what to say. I think it should come from yourself.
Yeah, I will.
And unfortunately, again, I don't think I'll be there, but any of us, will be saying the same thing. Maybe a town administrator or a select board member or finance committee member will be saying. But I think it should come from us. If, explaining how we're funding these. Because you guarantee it's going to get questioned.
And to your point, Kevin, is that we have to understand these are residents. I was a resident before I came here. So I know that I know Bruce does a good job of explaining seeing from the eye of a resident. So if that has to get explained that way, that this doesn't come from there, you think it might be, but in a nice way.
Right.
It's not a condescending way.
Right.
So I think that might help. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Before I go, is there any things you need to vote on?
No, we're going to go to, there's an executive session that we will go into that we can fill you in. There won't be any vote. And then it's just updates from there. So
Out of curiosity, Dave, if you order to back the truck, how long from time order to delivery?
It all depends on which one I've got. I got one vendor that was here, that did a demo, and he has it in stock.
Oh,
But the other vendors say 6 to 8 months. But it all depends on which one we decide we want to get. Because there's a few different types.
and then I guess I would add, and I know you've
Have a
done
good evening.
thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
I know you've done a lot of research.
Yep.
Do as much as you can with other public works and water departments.
Yep.
Because they are very, very, very different. Like I'm sure you found, it took us 2 or 3 before we got the one we like. We work very differently than you do. I mean, you're looking for different stuff than us as a contractor.
Took your suggestion, and that's what I did. I was reaching out to actually contractors that actually have them.
Yep.
And do the hydro excavation and stuff like National Water Main, Progreski.
Yep.
I even called Holy's because they have one.
Okay.
Just to try to get it cost too. So I can explain to the residents, what it would cost if we subbed it out and stuff. So.
Well, yeah, but even if it does get approved and we move into the purchase, that we're at least you got all the best information and talk to a lot of people because they're almost like a Swiss Army knife too. You can get all different stuff.
And I've talked to
crazy.
Other contractors or vendors and stuff that have them, and it's mixed. Some people like these ones, some people like these ones. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
So,
besides Boston Water and Sewer, I haven't found too many local ones that actually have them,
Departments.
departments.
the article isn't specific to the year or the make, right?
No,
Is that
It's just purchasing.
back to like-
it's just the purchase of equipment.
Purchase and equip of
Right. So it just said.
Vacuum
it says
excavator
new vacuum
type.
truck. It doesn't have to say
Yeah.
2026,
Right.
2027, or 2025, to get 2025, that's brand new and do better money-wise, but
Could be-
they,
it could
town
be-
meeting won't let you buy it.
It could be
Right.
like brand new, a demo truck.
Right.
That
Yeah.
they use. I mean, yeah,
There you
I'll
go.
reach out, you know,
You got me on that one.
Yep.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, so more towns
Not
don't.
municipality. I mean, think like, like Braintree
Yeah, it's just-
or.
or Wayne,
I mean, I didn't reach out to go that far out. I was just trying to, you know, just,
Hanson.
But even like the Bridgewaters.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, believe it or not, but even
they're expensive, obviously. They're very
No,
expensive.
but contracting out, like everyone should understand.
that's
going to
what
be
I'm
more.
finding out is a lot of
Costs
people
the town
just
more.
contract it out.
Well, Brockton must have some, right?
No,
Brockton doesn't own a Vector? Wow. Really?
yeah.
That's a surprise.
That's very surprising.
I reached out and they said to a few of the guys that I know that work for Brockton, they said no. They sub it. If they need it, they sub it out.
Wow.
Who's the big company you used to bring in for all the times when we used to pump out the main pump stations?
National Water Main.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
Dursky. Wow, that's surprising. Brockton.
I'm kind of
That's
surprised.
about, I mean, APC's right down at Bridgewater. He does all that.
Carol had one.
Well, Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Norton has them. I mean, a lot of the other larger construction companies have them.
I want to say, I think we have 3 and there's a 4th coming.
And
We do contracts for Eversource, exactly that. We go out and do test bits, I call them potholes.
Yep.
We just go,
But yeah, because
Yeah,
this
just go straight
also,
down.
you know, you do
You know.
conventional excavation. You know, I
Right.
needed a minimum of 4 guys. Now I can have
Yep.
2 guys doing 4 guys worth of work, and
Yeah.
instead of conventional digging, I might get 2, 3 services done. Now I can gonna be able to do 8 to 10 and get the project done in less than
Less
2
time,
years.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Not to mention the cost of repairing the excavation.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, you
It's
got-
gonna be so small.
You got the little
We're
pothole.
gonna be doing like a 24-inch
For a little-
tops, biggest hole.
Yep.
That's it.
no, I mean, they're great.
Right.
They made laborers lazy, but they're a great tool.
Yeah.
They still have to spot the
Find
hole.
somebody that's good.
Yeah,
Take care of it. You know,
but if you get a good operator, you don't even need a laborer, you know. But the only, again, if we go down this, is some of the stuff that you're sucking out, not so much the dirt, but other stuff, and obviously making sure that we're disposing of it.
Properly, correct.
You know,
Yep.
I know you guys do catch basins and stuff, but we get into wet wells and all that. So, yeah, I mean, I knew you were going to have a bunch of articles, so I think we just good to be ready to explain.
Yep, I will. I'm getting ready.
4
Like,
times.
to like the Bell to Drive one, I mean, the big thing about that is we have a generator sitting here, we might as well utilize it. And that's like the oddball voltage station. It's a 208 3-phase station, and it's, everything else is 240 or 480. So it's like,
Oh, wow.
put one there. Because the 208 we have the generator for, but you actually have to plug it in and have to actually dial it down to be able to do, it's kind of a pain in the butt.
Where is it sitting now?
What?
The 208 generator.
Oh, it's not, it's a 208, it's the generator that was in the old DPW.
The old DPW.
Oh,
We're
whoa.
gonna do it there, but we'll just dial it down. through-
You can set it at 208
Set it
instead of
at
bringing the trailer.
okay.
It's just an oddball station, and to put the permanent generator,
Yeah.
it's so much easier, we won't have to worry about it.
that station was originally an
Yeah.
ejector station, so it used air compressors and a pot, basically a Play-Doh machine, push it uphill.
Oh, okay.
And then they
Converted
converted it,
it.
because the ejector was constantly a source of problem from Wade. I mean, it was John did it.
Oh, wow. I was going to say that had been way back before my time.
I'm going to skip over the executive session. Just go to, is there anything operationally you guys want to go through?
Well, quickly for me, we started our spring cleaning around town, so you'll see the street sweeper out.
Saw that.
We need some repairs. Street sweeper's 2004, so they're high maintenance. But anyway, so we're out sweeping. We rented a dingo with a broom attachment on it, so we do all the main sidewalks in town. We sweep the debris off the sidewalks from the heavy snowbanks, and then we sweep it up, come behind it with, so it's labor intensive. We have 4 guys on that. One guy driving a blocker truck, one guy in the sweeper, one guy blowing around the telephone poles and stuff. So we just started doing that today. Actually, we rented dingo for 2 days and just tried to get all the main sidewalks done in like 2 days. It's $500 or $400 or $500 a day to rent it, and again, we're like pinching pennies this year.
Yeah.
So, Pocket Trees doing their thing. They prep just for ball field preparation. They got the upper field done today. It looks nice. Opening day is I think the 16th, something like that. And we'll be on the lower field tomorrow, getting that ready. It's our softball practice down there tonight. Unfortunately, we haven't done the field yet, but we'll be there tomorrow. Working on having TL Edwards come in this month to pave the worst part of Franklin Street from the East Bridgewater line. So it's a convoluted town lines up there. So we're going to do from the East Bridgewater town line over the culvert, by the railroad tracks up to about the 3rd house on the left as you come back from Whitman. Then the street turns into a pie shape, and Hanson owns the rest all the way up to the front of the high school. Going to try to work with Hanson and do it all together, but if the Hanson can't swing it, I'm still going to do our portion, which is the worst portion anyway. Working with the MBTA, it's $1,000 to get a license to go into their inclusion zone, I think they call it, and then it's another $1,600 to have an engineering review. I'm going to see if they'll waive those fees. But the other fly in that is that it takes 60 days for all that to happen. And I would take all that money out of the roadwork money if I had to pay those fees. I'm going to ask them to waive it. I don't know if they will or not. But so it might end up where we only pay from where the gates come down, because that's the beginning of the inclusion zone on either side, and that's where we'll mill and start there and go up. So if the road's in rough shape on the inside of that section, we'll probably just have to patch it, patch it up like we have, but at least most of the road will be done. I think it's bogus. I even told the guy from the T that I talked to today, I said, I know you don't make the rules, but, it's just, I'm going to vent a little bit. It's bogus that I have to pay you $2,600 to pave our roads. There's no engineering involved. We're milling 2 inches of pavement. I can see a flag man, obviously that has direct contact with the train and that. We understand that, but.
Yeah.
What's the importance of doing it now or waiting the 60 days and get it all?
The importance of it is because the road is really bad and we've been up there.
Yes.
Spending, I've already been up there twice this spring, spending, filling the hot box with asphalt at $110 a ton, filling it, and then we get a rainstorm, it doesn't, the guys were compacting it in and stuff like that, but you're just patching broken up spider road. So that was my rush, and I also would kind of want to get it done. Our asphalt contract is up May 17th. It should be advertised this week. So we're going out to bid, but that will be, after May 17th.
So you're using, okay.
This will be definitely Edwards.
This would be this year's contract. Okay.
And
that's the importance of doing it now.
May 17th will be a new contract with new money, new costs, higher costs.
Okay.
The diesel escalator is built into the contract anyway, so with the price of oil going up, that's going to inflate the price regardless of whether it's a new contract or old contract. But
right.
They always go up.
Okay. Yeah, it just stinks not to get along. I don't know, if there's any help from any political person or something to make a phone call to you're probably not going to get out of paying the fee, but maybe just expedite the approval process where it's pretty simple.
Right.
You
So
know.
I was gonna send an email to our rep.
Yeah, and just say, hey, can you help us just get this approved quick so we can
Right.
not have to leave 20 feet of roadway on either side or something.
Yeah, the 2,600 is a nuisance and just fundamentally rubbed me the wrong way, but, you know,
Yep.
I'd rather pay right up to their seam of the actual track, which is probably like 6 or 8 feet from the actual steel track.
Right. Okay.
Conclusion.
Yeah, including the-
I'll try to make it quick. The guys just been out cleaning up some plow damage at the station and stuff. We just got done reading water meters. The guys have been out there pretty busy. So we were able to start doing our I&I program again now that everything snow's gone. We can get into the easements. We're gonna do about 26 manholes, and then we'll get an evaluation on the manholes and see what the cost, if there is any infiltration to get this, we'll get costs like we did last year. Just every year, it's an every year thing. Our GIS grant, we're getting close to completion. I think we have, out of the 3 phases, we're like 95% on 2 and like 30% on the curb stops. GIS and the curb stops and stuff. We did all the gates, water gates, curb stops, as many curb stops as we can. We won't get all of them in town, but at least we could come close to half. A lot of the water gates, hydrants, auxiliary gates and everything. So that's ongoing, that's gonna be done. I'm working with Apex. They're gonna get me an engineering cost. I'm gonna look to replace water mains at Mayflower Circle, Beaver Street, Harvard Street from about 84 Harvard, because that's where it's actually cast iron, and then go to Auburn Street, and then jump over the other side of Auburn Street to Harvard Street, go from there to the East Bridgewater line, and then I think it's Dyer Ave and Crescent, I think is one of the 2 streets on like that end that weren't done yet. So I'm gonna try to get an engineering cost to do that, to look to have these water mains done. Hopefully within,
Get another package.
give them a good package to go.
Multiple streets.
I've been working with Ferguson. He's our master meter, or Allegro water meter vendor. We have 2 systems that we read. One's a 3G, one's a 5G. The 3Gs are the older style master meters. Those are all starting to die.
Right.
So I know in the past, we were installing the water meters. So I gave him a list of replacing all the ones that we need to get done, so we can just get it done and over with, and have other vendor come in and just go out and just replace them.
Yep.
Just get it done, because then that way, it might not be bad, because we have the meters. It's not like we have to purchase meters or anything. So we can get that done, and then also we'll be doing a study for AMI. Is what I'm working on, trying to get a price on that. So if everything goes well, within a couple weeks, we could just go right to AMI. So that's kind of what I got going on. And just to remind the board, next Tuesday I'll be going to the ACEC gala and convention, because
Canceled or something.
no, they didn't cancel it. I have tickets. So because between Apex is the engineering company, but also the town of Whitman's going to get an award for the engineering award for the sewer force main project.
Yeah, that was good. I thought something.
I brought it up to the board before. I just figured,
Yeah.
it's next week, so I'll try to get some pictures and stuff and everything.
Yeah. That's good.
Excellent. Sounds good. Okay. Building. All of the electrical items taken care of? All the bushings? Did that die? I hope not.
No, after our last meeting, I sent out an email to Peter and Tony regarding it, and the guy, at first he said it was all taken care of, and then I sent him the copy of the email from the town electrical inspector, assistant electric inspector. I will say, he hasn't been out to do it, but he agreed that he had to come out and do it. The wash bay is complete.
Okay.
Took him 10 days. They were like slow motion. I wasn't really thrilled with the, we did a little caulking after they left, in other words. But it's done, it's protected better than it was before. All the other systems has been pretty good. They turned off the heat in the big garage. The equipment bay, the guy opened the doors a lot, trying to save some money for the end of the year. I have them coming back out. I have a tech coming back out for the compressor up there, the air compressor, because we have a light, a display, a trouble code type of light. Even though it runs each day as it should, it still has that trouble code light, so they kind of come out and take a look at it. They haven't told me when.
Have we gotten all of our paperwork? Do we know? O&Ms and no?
Not that I know of. There's a bunch of stuff. We have some stuff in there that we start. I tried looking in there. There is some stuff in there, but I don't know if it's all there.
I think we're still waiting on something through HKA.
Yeah.
But you have contact, obviously you do, because you're making the calls of the compressor or this or that, you know what I mean, that we think might be a warranty at least, or at least, even if it's not warranty, it's, okay, we know the vendor or something to call if,
Yes.
okay. All right.
Yeah, they should make it clear when it's turned over.
Bump the electric issue, maybe just shoot them another email or something, hey, copy Scott. Just be like, can we just get this done? I know, unfortunately, I don't owe him any money. We don't owe him any money. So I can't beat him over the head with it. Not my decision. Sorry. Did I say that? All right. Before we go to executive session, I just want to make a mention. This is Dave's last commissioners meeting, right?
No, I don't think so. I think it's coming May
When's the election?
17th. 16th is the Saturday election.
We'll be meeting on the 13th. If we stick with the next day.
Well, I'll wait
purposely
then.
want
I'll wait
to
for my
move.
speech.
Unless you want to make the meeting the third week of.
Yeah,
But thank you. I would.
I'll save my speech then.
There you go.
He has more time to.
Are you going to be here?
Exactly. I'll have more time to prepare.
Are you going
Yeah,
away
that,
for
that
your?
way maybe Mark will be here.
No, if I'm going away, it will just be that weekend.
Oh, just okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
We're starting.
a 2-week trip.
We're starting a 55-day job on May 4th that goes 24/7. So,
Oh, jeez.
Airport.
yep.
Oh, wonderful. How did you get there?
Thanks. So
Just got another one today.
if you'll let me in the door,
that's
they don't
73
shut
days.
off my access.
We'll keep your access open.
All right, so we need to go into executive session in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, Number 3, to discuss strategy with respect to the collective bargaining or litigation if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the government's bargaining or litigating position. Also to conduct strategy sessions in preparation for negotiations with the non-union personnel, to actually conduct collective bargaining and contract negotiations with non-union personnel. Can I entertain a motion?
Make a motion, we go into executive session.
Second.
Good night. Take
See
care,
ya.
Dennis.
Roll call. Ken? Yes?
Oh, yes.
Dave?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yes.
And I am a yes. And we are in executive session. I'm turning off the recording.